I'm going to teach you more in the next 60 seconds about the thyroid than most board-certified endocrinologists know. I call it Hashimoto's nonsense. Push it though. Thyroid gland is right here in the neck. It produces two hormones. It produces T4 and it produces something called T3. Only here's the little known secret about the thyroid. It only produces 20% of this hormone of T3. But wait a second. We're diagnosing hypothyroid, but it's only responsible for 20% of the thyroid in my bloodstream. So the question is, where does the rest of it come from? Where does the 80% come from? I mean, if I was a detective and a crime had just been committed and there was an 80% chance that one guy did it and a 20% chance that somebody else did it, I'd probably investigate the 80% guy first, right? That's not what we do. We immediately hold the thyroid responsible for a crime it only has 20% chance of committing. So where does the rest of that hormone come from? In Hashimoto's, it comes from T4. It's methylated. This doesn't even happen in the thyroid. Yet when it's low, we medicate the thyroid. If we understood that T4 is converted into T3 by the process called methylation, and that is the suite of B vitamins, pyridoxine, riboflavin, thiamine, niacin, and pantothenic acid, and if we put those back into the human body, it can start to perform this function again, and the thyroid disease goes away. People say it all the time.
Gary is right about one thing. The process of methylating T4 into T3 does not occur in the thyroid gland. But that's because methylation has absolutely nothing to do with the conversion of T4 into T3. As the name implies, methylation is the process of adding a methyl group onto a target molecule. If something gets methylated, you would see the addition of this molecule, or it can also be written like this. This is T4 and this is T3. The only difference is that T4 has an iodine here, and T3 is missing that iodine. There is not a methyl group attached to either one of these molecules. That is because the process of converting T4 into T3 is referred to as deiodination, which, as you may be able to infer from the name, is simply removing an iodine molecule from T4, converting it into T3. This is carried out by the deiodinase enzymes, also referred to as D1, D2, and D3. Importantly, the deiodinase type 1 enzyme is actually located in the thyroid gland. Therefore, a large portion of the T4 conversion into T3 actually occurs using this enzyme. The supplementation of the B vitamins that support the methylation process is not the root cause of thyroid disorders, nor is it the root cause of Hashimoto's, because Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disease in which your immune system attacks your thyroid gland. Therefore, even if methylation was involved in the conversion of T4 into T3, which as we discussed it is not, the conversion of T4 to T3 has nothing to do with whether or not an individual develops an autoimmune attack to their thyroid gland. Just because an individual speaks confidently, and even if they're up on a stage giving a talk to 1 million people, doesn't mean that what they're saying is correct. And in this scenario, it is very likely extremely dangerous and harmful. Before you go out and change anything that you're doing based off of something you heard on the internet, whether it's from Gary Brecka, Andrew Huberman, or myself, just do a small amount of research beforehand and try to get other opinions. With that being said, if you would like an individualized approach to nutrition and lifestyle to optimize your health, energy, and body composition, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.